Today, I will be discussing selfie photography and its impact in the modern world. My thesis is we can easily hate selfies for their bad connotations, but we cannot deny that there are good sides of them that we can use to influence a way of life. Well, we all know what selfie is. Love it or hate it, but we cannot avoid the selfie. It's a fundamental part of image creating in the 21st century. Some of us may have taken a photo of ourselves using our smartphones, even once in our life, or have seen someone do it somewhere. Some people like it, some people don't. But who are we to judge? The selfie word was even considered by Oxford Dictionary as 2013 Word of the Year. In 2019, June 21 was considered as National Selfie Day. According to Google, 93 million selfies are taken in Android devices per day. Here are the other selfie facts. The first ever selfie was taken by Robert Cornelius. He is a photography enthusiast from Philadelphia. It was taken on 1839. He took the picture at the backyard of his family's light fixture store. According to the Library of Congress, he did this by setting up a large box camera with a lens fashioned from a pair of opera glasses. And then he froze. Light exposure then took between 3 to 15 minutes to adjust. So Cornelius likely had to remain still for quite a while to capture the photo. He earned the Guinness World Record title for the first selfie and a spot in the Library of Congress. So now let's talk about selfies' bad image. Some people think that selfies are narcissistic and dangerous at the same time. Oxford Dictionary defined narcissism as excessive interest in or admiration of oneself and one's physical appearance. In psychology, it's a personality type relating to selfishness, lack of empathy, and need for admiration. In a research published by The Ohio State University, the pictures that people post on social media can tell an interesting story about their personality. Hundreds of tests on people's social media habits were conducted for the study, which showed that people who post a lot of selfies also tend to score higher in traits of narcissism and psychopathy. Lead researcher Jesse Fox said that for many, a dangerous selfie is worth it for the number of likes and comments it generates. Likes in social media is a way of measuring popularity, and nowadays, it's not enough that you post a photo of yourself. The more extreme it is, the more likely you are to be noticed and get lots of likes and comments. Another research was done by researchers from Swansea University and Milan University. It was published in the Open Psychology Journal. They studied personality changes of 74 individuals aged 18 to 34 over a 4-month period. They also assessed the participants' usage of social media, including Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. And they found out that participants who use social media excessively through visual postings displayed an average of 25% increase in such narcissistic traits over the 4 months of the study. Well, we all know selfie is dangerous. According to the New York Times, between 2011 and 2017, 250 people were killed worldwide in selfie-related incidents. This includes drowning, falls, fires, automobile accidents, and being attacked by an animal. Seems like animals don't like taking selfies, like this camel. This Australian blogger had a very unique selfie with this camel. Well, hope she's okay. Another example of dangerous selfie is this photo of Lee Thompson. He is the founder of the adventure travel company The Flashback. In May 2014, he persuaded the Brazilian Tourism Board to let him climb the city's world-famous Christ the Redeemer statue. The photos, taken 124 feet up, were featured on Thompson's travel blog in a post called Christ. You can find a YouTube video with a compilation of the 25 most dangerous selfies ever by YouTube user Keeping It Carl. You can see what crazy things people can do for the sake of taking the perfect selfie. Search it on YouTube and see it for yourself. So now let's go to the good sides of selfie. Selfie can be a form of art and self-expression. Self-portraiture is where the modern selfie originated, and it has been one of the oldest traditions used by artists like Vincent van Gogh, Pablo Picasso, Diego Velázquez, and Rembrandt van Rijn. It's used to express themselves, to keep them in practice between commissions, and the idea of being remembered beyond their time is also one of the reasons why artists paint themselves. It's also used to assert their position in court. It's also used as a form of self-advertisement. Because as you can see, the artist is his or her own flexible and free model. She's always available and ready to take on whatever persona. Vincent van Gogh painted 50 self-portraits in his lifetime. He used self-portraits as a way of exploring his emotions. In Self-Portrait with Bandaged Ear, Vincent van Gogh seems to be portraying his acceptance of his mental illness. Some artists use self-portraits to record their physical appearance and examine how they age. A good example of such artist is Rembrandt van Rijn. His portraits can be divided into 3 stages: young, middle age, and older age. Selfie is a good way of self-expression. Modern artists such as Cindy Sherman and Andy Warhol prefer to depict themselves through a guise, adopting different characters. For Cindy Sherman's untitled film still series, she dresses in different costumes, in different roles and different settings. They all represent cliches like career girl, housewife, girl on the run, bombshell, etc. Selfies can empower as we are able to freely express ourselves. It can convey a mood, create a scene, or tell a story. Selfies have been a key for empowering marginalized groups like women, people of color, LGBT community, migrants, and refugees. Another good thing about selfies is it's a good way to connect and communicate. For celebrities, selfies have been their way of interacting with their fans. Selfies can be used as a marketing tool. For general public, we can use it to connect and feel more personal with other people in the world through uploading our selfies and connecting with others through social media. Taking selfies is a good way of documenting our lives too. We can showcase our travels, capture special moments, record experiences in our daily lives. This is one of my main reasons why I take selfies. To remember my travels, to remember my moment with my families and friends. To freeze those moments and keep them forever in my heart. These photos are examples of moments in my life frozen in time. Selfie also explores the democratization of photography. So right now we have 3.8 billion smartphone users in the world. And with this number, taking selfies is now incredibly common. Many of us have access to photography. Not in a professional level, but it's always better than nothing. According to researchers, there are three types of selfie takers. The first one are the communicators. They're the ones who want to have a two-way conversation. A good example is someone who took a selfie and posted it with a campaign sticker like I voted to encourage people's engagement. The second one are the autobiographers who take selfies for documentation purposes rather than seeking compliments or feedback. A good example of this is taking selfies at home with your favorite food or book or photos from your travel. And the third ones are the self-publicists who want to build a brand and positively curate an image. Examples of this are the influencers and Kardashians. So now, let's come up to my conclusion. My conclusion is selfie is a good product of technology innovation in the 21st century, especially in the aspect of photography. But whatever our reasons are in taking these selfies, it is entirely up to us on how we use this innovation to influence our lives, whether it's for the good or for the bad. So, let us take selfie responsibly, alright? So, the questions that I will ask you guys are, do you think selfie is a good or bad craze of the 21st century? What kind of selfie taker are you? What do you take your selfie for? References. That's it. Thank you.